Today we got the patch notes for the upcoming update, so I wanted to talk about it. We are getting a bunch of new events, a bunch of rewards, and as well as some new features and optimizations. But today, I wanted to focus more on the new characters that we are getting, talk about the potential synergies that we will have, and I also want to talk about the skins that are coming with this update. So for the first one, we have 2B. She is going to be an assault rifle user, she will have the fire element, and she will actually be a defender, which is a bit unexpected. They say that 2B has the ability to increase her attack in proportion to her final max HP. Whenever she uses her burst, her max HP increases, and this will boost her attack in turn. The first character that came to my mind is Mast, because she is able to increase her allies' max HP. But the big problem is that it can be very difficult to have 2B as one of your two characters with the highest attack, because 2B is being classified as a defender, so her attack is naturally going to be very low. But depending on how much her attack scales based on her max HP, it can either be harder or easier to optimize your team's attack values so that 2B gets the HP increase buff from Mast. Another interesting combination is 2B and Biscuit. Biscuit will be giving her invincibility whenever 2B drops below 50% HP. So there can potentially be some cases where you don't need a tank in your team if you are already using 2B. I can see this happening in PvP where you have 2B as your first character so that you can tank the initial damage from the opponent. And I also want to mention that the character class doesn't necessarily tell us what 2B's role is. It is very possible that she is going to be a DPS, but she will be leaning more towards survivability and being tanky, therefore having the defender class. 2B will be coming to the game on August 31 or September 1, depending on your time zone. And then a week later, A2 will become playable in the game. Personally, I'm more excited about A2 because she's using a very unique weapon, and the fact that this weapon is a rocket launcher, I think that it will be more fun using her in general. So A2 is going to be an attacker. She will be using the Type 40 blade, which is a rocket launcher type weapon. She will also have the fire element just like 2B, and then of course, they will both be from the abnormal manufacturer. In her description, they say that A2 attacks a large group of enemies by wielding a big sword and releasing shockwaves. After she uses her burst mode B, her HP will decrease periodically, but her skill attributes will rise, allowing her to unleash massive power. So looking at this, I think that A2 is going to be somewhat of a hybrid between Guillotine and Sugar. I mentioned Guillotine because she's also losing HP while dealing more damage because of it, and it also sounds like A2's burst is very similar to Sugar, where I think that she will be entering some sort of berserk mode during full burst. Part where it says burst mode B, I think that her kit will have a certain skill condition that will further improve her burst ability when triggered. Overall, I'm very excited about this character, specifically because rocket launcher units are just very fun to play. And it's also very hard to mess up rocket launcher DPS characters, so I definitely have high hopes for A2. Moving on, we actually have Pascal as a free SR character from this event. Pascal is going to be a support, a rocket launcher user, and he will also have the iron element. I'm a bit surprised that they went with Pascal instead of 9S for the free character, but I guess it makes sense because the developers mainly want female playable characters in the game. So even if Pascal is technically a male, I guess it doesn't really count because he looks fully mechanical. But moving on to his description, it says that Pascal is a machine life form that specializes in restoring HP. All of his skills are related to HP restoration, and he's also equipped with a rocket launcher capable of continuous firing. Looking at this, hopefully I'm not inhaling some high-grade copium, but I do think that he has the potential to be usable. Healers are very useful in different types of content, especially in raids where you have to form multiple different teams. And also considering that Pascal is going to be a rocket launcher user, hopefully he can generate decent amounts of energy so that he can act as a battery for the team. If Pascal actually ends up being a decent healer, preferably one that doesn't need to use their burst, then I can see him being viable especially for newer players. And quickly before I forget, you can actually get this character from the daily login event, and as well as in the different activities in the event lobby. So moving on, let's now talk about the skins coming with this update. So the first one is a special costume for 2B, and special costume means that this will be available in the gacha. Players can get the Yorha Uniform 1, which, if I remember correctly, this is a type of kimono outfit from the original game. I will probably have the picture up on the screen just so you know how it looks, so you can expect this to be similar if not exactly the same as the one we will get for NIKKE. Unfortunately, if you are free to play, you will not be able to get this costume because you will have to straight up buy the gacha tickets using money. But on the bright side, there is another costume which doesn't look all that different from her default one, but I still think that many people will prefer this one. I can't put up an image without getting demonetized, so I will just have a link to that in the description below if you haven't seen it yet. And then next up, we have the skins for A2. Another reason why I'm excited for this character is because her skin is actually guaranteed after one purchase and a lot cheaper. You can get this new skin just by completing the new event battle pass. and this will run you around $20. Plus, it comes with a bunch of pulls and resources, so I definitely think it's worth it. I wish that the skin for 2B was also from the Battle Pass, but I guess it is what it is. I'm not the biggest fan of the skin gacha, and I only do it for content, because I know a lot of people actually like watching my skin gacha videos, but I digress. The Yorha uniform prototype is also a kimono style outfit, very similar to the one for 2B. I'll be getting this costume for sure, but I think I'll be sticking to the other costumes for a little bit because of big and obvious reasons. And speaking of, just like 2B, A2 will also be getting a free costume that will also be more revealing than their default one. Aside from that, the other costume that we will be getting is the one from the monthly battle pass, which is the Black Moon costume for Brid. I'm definitely picking this up, just like what I do for every single battle pass, and it's actually cool to see that they made this costume look similar to the NieR character's outfit. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about in this video. On top of the different character skins, we will also be getting a bunch of other stuff, so if you haven't already, you can check out the detailed patch notes linked in the description below. And as always, if you found this video useful, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.